been your second piece that felt like it was thinking about nature and like beautiful images around you. And I feel like you do a particularly good job of taking these like ideas and images that are they're very relatable because we're all in the same space and can sort of imagine these things that we've experienced together and painting them in this like gorgeous, sweeping way. Like I love the really brassy French horn or the super low piano notes. It gave it this like huge, felt like it really embodied and took up like this huge space. So I was curious, since this is the second piece though, but they're like, words. They were very different because the first one was like a melancholy sunset and then this one was more these like regal mountains. I was curious if you find yourself drawn to these images and if that's even where it came from or if there's something else behind the piece and how you go about turning them into sound.
Yeah, thank you for noticing that. I really do appreciate nature. And this piece actually started from like this feeling I had after hearing my first piece performed for the first time. That's the first time I've ever heard something I've written turn into a performance. That was like an amazing, it was an amazing, like empowering type of feeling. And so then I just started thinking about like other types of creation, like how mountains were created and things like that. So I guess nature kind of unconsciously slipped into my mind. But yeah, I was really amazed by the process of creation and how I was a part of that.
That's such a beautiful response. I feel your music fits into nature so perfectly as we're sitting here and looking at the sky right outside of the window and hearing this music. It was just so grandiose. And the horn part was magnificent, wasn't it? And was that the first time you looked for the horn? Or you had some experience before?
This was my first time writing for horn.
Wow. I feel you're ready to write a horn concerto, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this need to be, maybe a concert band with horn or orchestra with horn. How long did you spend to write this piece?
About a week, and it took place kind of during our hike, like on Monadnock and other mountains. So I guess that also, like, I had the imagery in my head. So.
Okay, if you can produce this much beautiful music in a week, I think give yourself 2 months, you'll be ready to do a very nice concerto. We look forward to that. Okay, you're ready to do it. Maybe some questions from the audience.
Switching microphones. Hands are already up. And Jonah.
So I noticed a lot of really beautiful textures in your piece. And it seems like that was something that you really focused on when composing it. I was wondering what inspired that focus on that aspect of composition in this piece?
So what was your question about differences between this piece and last piece?
I guess I was wondering, like, maybe your inspiration for, like, your focus on textures in this piece. Just, I noticed a lot of really beautiful textures, and it just seemed like something that.
Okay, yeah. So my last piece is I focused on harmony a lot, which I guess is where my intuition naturally goes. And so I ran into a lot of composer's block because I had to switch from piece to piece very quickly. And so I decided to focus on pretty much everything but harmony for at least the first part of this process. And so while my last piece was very it was based in G major, this piece, a lot of the harmonic aspects of it were based on the harmonic series, and and also I used the whole tone scale for melody parts, and they eventually got to major. But yeah, it's definitely out of my comfort zone. But I think it's a new comfort zone for me now. I really like this kind of writing.
New comfort zones. Cool. One more question or comment for Vincent. Charlie.
Yeah, so I really love this piece, and I like how you just explained how you were out of your comfort zone and doing the crowdfunding series and using like the puzzle skill, and I think you utilized all of that really beautifully in this piece. So I'm wondering, since you said a lot of this is out of your comfort zone, what are some challenges you faced while composing this piece?
Challenges you faced.
Yeah, so my first challenge is probably writing for porn because I've never written for porn. But the more I started to think about it and the more I let it process in my mind, the more I began to like the idea of writing for a big brass instrument. And yeah, that was probably my first challenge. And then I also had to figure out what to do without starting with harmony because that's the way I usually write music. So I really dug into the overtone series for a lot of it and just tried to go from it.
Cool. Well, I think this was a really beautiful snapshot of your time at Walden and the things you've been feeling and experiencing. And I'm glad we got to hear more about it.
Thank you.